morning. Welcome to
KidMath number 41.
KidMath number 41. So today we're in section 12.3 of Art of Problem Solving's pre-algebra book, and we're learning about complex numbers, which are combinations of real and imaginary numbers. So numbers like 3 plus I. Okay. And we've talked about before how you can interpret these geometrically, but we're just going to talk about some arithmetic properties today. How do you think numbers like this add together? Minus 2 plus 2i.
Well,
so 3 plus I plus minus 2 plus 2i.
well, you can just add the reals and add the imaginaries.
Right, the real parts add together and the imaginary parts add
So you get
together.
1 plus 3i.
3i. Can you grab that eraser? Because I only brought my imaginary eraser. Thanks, I need a real eraser. Okay, and they multiply together too, in a way that we've seen before. How about 2 plus I times negative 1 plus 3i? Okay, what do you think you do
You
for
can
that?
multiply them like quadratics.
Multiply them like quadratics. 2 times minus 1.
You get minus 2.
Minus 2.
And 6 plus 6i.
Okay, 2 times 3i is plus 6i.
Minus I.
I times minus 1 is minus I.
And then minus 3.
I times 3i is 3i squared, which is minus 3. So here we get minus 5, minus 2 minus 3, plus 5i. That's pretty neat,
Yes.
right? And one thing I was just mentioning that I thought, what the heck, let's talk about this, is people study complex numbers, and there's an equivalent to integers. Remember, our integers are like minus 3, minus 2, minus 1,
Yes.
0, 1, 2, 3, dot, 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 dot. For complex numbers, there's something called the Gaussian integers, which are basically complex numbers that have integer parts for both real and imaginary. So like 3 plus I, or, I don't know, 6 minus 2i, etc. So basically, anything that has an integer real part and an integer imaginary part is called a Gaussian integer. Guess who studied those?
Gauss.
Very good. Okay, and there's even an equivalent of primes. So a prime number is something that has no factors other than in the real numbers. A prime number is an integer that has factors only one in itself.
Yes.
A Gauss prime is a number like this that only has factors of 1 in itself. Okay? But here's something really interesting. 5 is not a Gauss prime. 5 is a real prime, right?
Yes.
But look what happens when I multiply 2 plus I times 2 minus I. Let's see what I get. Would you multiply that out for me? 2 plus I times 2 minus I?
So we'll get 4.
Let's get over just a little. 4.
Minus 2i.
4 minus 2I. That's 2 times 2, 2 minus I, yeah.
Plus 2i.
And then I times minus I is the last one,
Plus 1.
which is,
5.
how about that? So 5 in the complex numbers, 5 actually factors into 2 Gaussian integers.
Cool.
So there's really interesting number theory. Just studying the numbers. Who would have thought 5 actually could have factors in the complex numbers? I wonder if like 7 does, if there's a combination. Here, turns out no. 7 remains a prime, but 5 is not a prime. Pretty amazing, right?
Yeah.
All right. Well, there we go. Okay, that's what I wanted to talk about today. This is an introduction to the complex numbers, and complex numbers are really amazing. Really fun. All right. Good job today, sweetie pie.